I wake up early because the light outside is white and bright. Snow is slowing slowly, and everything looks quiet. This is how we say it in English. It's snowing outside. We don't say it snows now because it sounds wrong. The correct way is it's snowing. I open the curtains, stretch my arms, and yawn. Stretch is a useful verb. You can say, I stretch my arms in the morning. Then I walk to the kitchen and fill the kettle with water. I turn it on and wait. Boil means to make water hot until bubbles appear. So I can say, I boil water for coffee. While I wait, I put a slice of bread in the toaster. That's another good verb. Toast the bread. When the water is ready, I pour it into a cup and add coffee. Pour means to move a liquid from one container to another. I remind myself that we say, I make coffee, not I do coffee. I take a small sip. Sip means to drink a little at a time. I look out the window again. The street is white, and people walk slowly on the snow. I take my notebook and write my plan for the day. It helps to use English words for real actions. I write, make breakfast, buy food, go outside, practice verbs. It's a good way to remember them. I check the weather app and see -5 degrees. In English, we say it's 5 below zero. I finish my coffee, wash the cup, and decide to go to the store. I zip my jacket, put on my hat and gloves, and take my bag. When I open the door, cold air touches my face. I step outside and think that winter mornings are perfect for learning English through small, simple actions. I step outside, and the air feels cold and sharp. The snow is deep, and the road looks shiny and wet. I walk slowly and say to myself, the street is icy. That's a good winter phrase. When you describe danger or weather, use icy for things that are covered with ice. I walk carefully, taking small steps. Carefully means slowly and with attention. I watch a boy playing near a tree. He throws snow at his friend and laughs. I think about the phrase snowball fight. It's a common expression for winter games. The boy shouts that he is winning, and his friend runs away. I continue walking to the market. My bag feels light, but my hands are cold. I keep walking and repeat new words in my head. Icy, carefully, snowball fight. Simple and useful. When I reach the store, warm air comes from the open door. I take a basket and say softly, I go shopping. We don't say I make shopping or I do shopping. The right verb is go. I walk between the shelves and read the labels. Milk, bread, apples, rice. I put them in the basket one by one. That action uses another verb, pick up. I can say, I pick up some bread. At the counter, the seller smiles and says something about the cold morning. I answer politely and pay with cash. Pay is a short, strong verb, and you can use it in many ways. Pay by card, pay for milk, pay the bill. I take my bag and walk outside again. The snow is still falling. I breathe in the cold air and repeat, I go shopping. I pick up food. I pay for it. These are easy daily verbs, but they sound natural. My hands are freezing, so I decide to walk faster. The market lights shine behind me, and I follow the quiet sound of my boots on the snow. It's a short walk home, but long enough to practice good English along the way. At home, I take off my coat and gloves and put the groceries on the table. The kitchen feels quiet. I start to unpack the bags. In English, that's I unpack the bags. Unpack means to take things out. I place the bread, milk, and apples on the counter. Then I start cooking. I cut some vegetables. Cut is one of the most common action verbs. You can say cut tomatoes, cut onions, or cut fruit. After that, I heat the pan and fry an egg. Fry means to cook in hot oil. I can also say, I fry eggs for breakfast. I take a slice of bread and toast it. Toast means to make the bread brown and warm. These are simple cooking verbs, but very useful. While I wait, I repeat them in my head. Cut, fry, toast. When the food is ready, I make tea. Remember, we say make tea or make breakfast, not do breakfast. Small mistakes like that are easy to fix if you hear the correct version many times. I put everything on a plate and sit down. Sit down is another small but important phrase. It means to move from standing to sitting. I look at my food and say the sentence, I make breakfast every morning. It's a good practice line. I eat slowly, and after breakfast, I clean up. Clean up means to put things in order after eating. I wash the dishes, dry them, and put them away. Each step has its own verb. I say them quietly while I work: wash, dry, put away. They help me keep rhythm in both actions and English. When everything looks neat, I pour another cup of tea and write these verbs in my notebook. Cooking is a perfect time to learn because every small movement already has a word waiting for it. After breakfast, I look outside and see people walking toward the park. The sun is bright and the snow sparkles. I decide to go skating. In English, that's go skating. We use go with many activities. Go swimming, go shopping, go skating. I pack my skates in a small bag and put on my warm coat. When I leave the house, I lock the door and say quietly, I'm ready. The air is cold and my breath looks white. I walk to the park, and after a few minutes, I hear music and voices. Many people are already at the ice rink. I pay for a ticket and say to myself, I pay for the ticket, not I pay the ticket, because we pay for something. I sit on a bench and take out my skates. Take out is a useful phrasal verb. It means to remove something from a bag or box. I put on my skates and tie the laces tight. Tie means to make a knot, and laces are the strings on shoes or skates. When I stand up, the ice looks shiny and a little scary. I move slowly at first. Move slowly is a good phrase when you learn something new. A group of friends is skating near me. One of them falls, and they all laugh. I think that in English we can say slip on the ice. It's a short and natural expression. I skate in a circle try to keep my balance, and repeat, I skate, I turn, I stop. Simple verbs for real actions. After some time, my hands feel cold and my legs start to shake. I decide to rest. Rest means to stop for a short time. I sit on the bench, take off my skates, and say softly, I had fun. Winter is full of movement and good English words. Tie, skate, slip, rest. Each one fits perfectly with this cold, bright day. When I leave the ice rink, my hands feel cold and I need something warm. I see a small cafe near the park and walk toward it. The sign says, hot drinks and pastries. That's a nice phrase to remember. Hot drinks means coffee, tea, or chocolate, and pastries are sweet baked things like croissants or muffins. I open the door and step inside. Warm air smells like cinnamon and milk. I go to the counter and wait for my turn. In English, we say, wait in line, or wait for my turn. When the barista looks at me, I say that I would like a hot chocolate. This is a polite way to order. I'd like a hot chocolate, please. We use I'd like instead of I want when we speak to strangers. The man behind the counter asks if I want marshmallows, and I answer yes. I can explain this in English as, he asked if I wanted marshmallows, and I said yes. I pay by card and wait while he prepares the drink. Pay by card is a useful phrase for shopping or restaurants. When I get my cup, I sit near the window. The verb get has many meanings. Here it means receive. I look outside, watch people walking with red scarves, and think how peaceful it looks. I take a small sip. Sip means to drink a little at a time. It's an easy and natural word. While I drink, I write down some new phrases in my phone. Order a drink, pay by card, get my cup, take a sip. Each of them comes from real life, not from a textbook. I finish the chocolate, stand up, and put on my gloves again. Before leaving, I clean the table and throw the cup away. Throw away means to put something in the bin. I push the door open, and the cold air meets me again. My next stop is the small gift shop on the corner. It's time to practice more English, this time for shopping. The gift shop is warm and bright, with lights around windows and shelves full of scarves, candles, and small souvenirs. I walk slowly between the tables and look around. Look around means to explore a place with your eyes. It's a good phrase for any kind of store. I see a red scarf that matches my coat and decide to buy it. Decide to buy means to make a small choice. I pick it up and check the tag. Pick up is another easy phrasal verb. It means to take something with your hand. I go to the counter and tell the seller that I'd like to take this scarf. In English, it's more natural to say, I'll take it, instead of, I'll buy it. The seller tells me it's on sale today and costs less than usual. On sale means cheaper than normal. I nod and pay by card again. The machine beeps and she hands me a small paper slip. That's called a receipt. We use this word when we pay for something in a store. I put it into my bag and say, thank you. When we leave a place, it's polite to say, have a nice day, or see you later. These are small phrases, but they make your English sound friendly. I open the door and feel the cold air again. Outside, the wind is stronger and snowflakes touch my face. I wrap a new scarf around my neck. Wrap is a good winter verb. It means to put something around something else. I say softly, I wrap the scarf around my neck, and it feels warm right away. As I walk down the street, I practice more short phrases from shopping. Look around, pick up, pay by card, get a receipt, wrap a scarf. All of them come from real life. Snow falls faster now, and people hurry home with bags in their hands. I decide to do the same. It's time to go back, make tea, and end the day quietly, but still in English. When I arrive home, the room feels calm and quiet after the wind outside. I close the door, take off my coat, and hang it near the wall. Take off means remove something you are wearing. I also take off my boots and gloves, then switch on the small lamp in the corner. The light makes the room warm again. I light a candle on the table. Light a candle is a simple but nice phrase for quiet evenings. The smell of vanilla spreads in the air. I go to the kitchen and fill the kettle. I'm ready to make tea. Remember, we say make tea, not do tea. While the water boils, I tidy the table. Tidy means clean or organize. I put my notebook near the window and open it. Inside are all the new verbs from today: boil, pour, pay, cut, fry, skate, slip, wrap. I read them one by one and repeat aloud. It's good practice to say them while you move. I pour the tea into a cup and sit down. Sit down is another everyday phrase. Short, simple, and clear. I take a deep breath and think about how many small actions can become English lessons. I write one last sentence in my notebook. I learn English through daily life. Then I smile a little and close it. I turn on quiet music and look outside. Snow is falling again. In English, we can say it's snowing softly. I like how the same sentence I used this morning still fits at night. I finish my tea and stand up to clean the cup. Clean up means to put things back in order. I turn off the lamp, blow out the candle, and walk to the bedroom. Blow out is another small action verb. It means to stop the flame with air. I lie down, pull the blanket close, and whisper a few words to remember for tomorrow. Wake up, walk, cook, skate, order, pay, rest. These verbs make the story of my winter weekend one real moment at a time.